wants to be king? Spartans! What is your profession? This is where we hold them! This is where we fight!
I was gonna rip his heart out. I'm the best ever. I'm the most brutal and vicious and most ruthless champion there's ever been.
A wolf doesn't announce it's coming. It just shows up, and the world knows. You've been talking too much, telling people your plans, waiting for approval. Stop! The grind is not a show. It's not for likes. It's not for applause. It's for you and the war you fight when nobody's watching.
You think you need to post every move you make? You think success comes from showing off? Nah. It comes from shutting your mouth and bleeding for it when the cameras are off. Every hour you waste talking about what you're gonna do, someone else is already out there doing it. And when the lights come on, they're gonna bury you because you were too busy seeking validation.
You see, silence is not weakness. It's focus. It's control. It's the art of playing the long game. A seed doesn't shout while it grows underground, but when it breaks the soil, it's unstoppable. Work in silence. Grow in silence. And when you arrive, let your results make the noise.
You know why I stay quiet? Because I remember what it's like to have nothing. I remember the nights with no sleep, the days with no food, the years with no hope. And you think I'm gonna waste my breath telling people what I'm building? Number, I'm building it in the dark. I'm building it with scars. When you see me, you're not gonna recognize me because I'll be a different animal.
You don't need to convince people you're serious. Prove it with the hours they don't see. Prove it with the sacrifices they'll never understand. Prove it with the victories they didn't see coming. Talk less, grind more, dominate quietly.
You want to know my strategy? I let them sleep, I let them scroll, I let them waste their lives while I sharpen my claws in silence. So when I strike, it's over in one move. They won't see it coming because they were too busy watching themselves.
This is the way of the greats. They never needed to announce their greatness. They simply became it. And when the moment came, they stepped forward, and the world had no choice but to listen.
You say you want it, you say you're hungry, but the second it gets uncomfortable, you quit. Let me tell you something. The real beasts, we live in the uncomfortable. We live in the grind that breaks average people. You think I'm tired? I am. You think I'm in pain? I am. But I don't stop because the pain is the signal that I'm getting stronger.
Stop expecting people to understand your hustle. They're not supposed to get it. They can't see the vision you see. They can't feel the fire in your chest. They don't need to believe in you. You need to believe in you. Every single day, when it's dark, when it's lonely, when the only voice you hear is your own telling you to keep going.
There is a price for greatness, and the price is everything. Time, energy, comfort, sometimes even relationships. Not because you don't care about people, but because the mission demands focus that others cannot understand. If you want to change your life, you have to disappear for a while. Not from the world, but from the noise, from the distractions, from the endless chatter of the crowd.
They'll call you obsessed. They'll call you crazy. Let them, because the ones who laugh now will be silent when you rise. And trust me, you will rise. I've been there, rock bottom, nobody believing in me, but I didn't care. I put my head down, worked like my life depended on it, because it did.
I don't talk about the work I'm doing. I don't post every rep, every mile, every hour of study. Why? Because the more I keep it quiet, the more dangerous I become. Mystery is a weapon, and when I step out, they won't just notice me, they'll fear me. Be unrecognizable. Work so damn hard in the dark that when you show up in the light, they don't even know it's you because you've turned into a machine. And machines don't beg for approval. They just keep moving forward, crushing everything in their path.
You want discipline? You want results? Then stop negotiating with weakness. The second your alarm goes off, get up. The second your mind says quit, go harder. There is no room for excuses in the war for your future. The enemy isn't out there, it's in here. And until you crush that voice that says, "I'll do it tomorrow," you will never win.
Every day I wake up, I remember the struggle, the days I couldn't pay rent, the nights I went to bed hungry, and I tell myself, never again. That's why I outwork everyone. Not because I'm special, but because I refuse to go back to the life I fought to leave.
You cannot climb the ladder of success with your hands in your pockets. You must work, you must suffer, you must give everything you have. And then, when you have nothing left, you give more. That's how you become a champion.
You know what the difference is between me and most people? They love the game when it's easy. I love it when it's hard, when I'm tired, when I'm sore, when it's the fourth quarter and everything hurts. Because that's when champions are made.
You've got to become a savage, not for the world, for you, to prove to yourself that nothing can break you. Because the moment you break here, in the mind, the body follows. Stay hard.
There is a storm inside you. Some days, you'll feel it roaring. Some days, you'll feel it sleeping. But when the world underestimates you, that is the day you let it loose. Work hard in silence until the silence shakes the earth.
Discipline is not a mood. It is not a feeling. It's a decision, a promise you make to yourself and you keep every single day. The alarm goes off at 4:30. I don't hit snooze. I don't negotiate. Because the second you negotiate with weakness, weakness wins. And I'm not here to lose. You say you're tired? Good. You say you don't feel like it? Good. That's the exact moment you lean in harder. Because it's not about doing it when you feel like it. It's about doing it when you don't. That's how you build an unbreakable mind. The battlefield isn't out there. It's in here. And if you can't win the war in your head, you will lose everywhere else.
People see the movies, they see the fame, they see the success, but they don't see the times I had $7 in my pocket and no clue what was next. I told myself, never again. I don't care how tired I get. I don't care how much it hurts. I don't care who doubts me. I will outwork every single person in the room because I know what it's like to be on the bottom, and I never plan to live there again. Some of you are waiting for the perfect moment to start. Let me save you some time. There is no perfect moment. You start now. You grind now. And when the world finally notices, it'll be too late for them to catch up.
You cannot climb the ladder of success with your hands in your pockets. Every rung is effort. Every step is pain. You want to know why most people never make it? Because the moment it hurts, they stop. Me, I trained when I was sick. I trained when I was tired. I trained when the weight felt impossible. Because that is when you grow. That is when you separate yourself from the crowd. Stop waiting for motivation. Motivation is unreliable. Build habits so strong, they carry you when motivation runs away.
The secret is, there is no secret. It's boring, it's lonely, it's the 4 a.m. workouts, it's the thousands of shots nobody sees, it's the missed parties, the missed holidays, the sacrifices. Everyone loves the glory, but not everyone loves the grind. I live for the grind. Because when it's the fourth quarter and everything hurts, that's when the ones who prepared rise and the ones who pretended fall.
You've got to stop being comfortable. Comfort is the enemy. You think I like running for miles in the freezing cold? You think I enjoy training when every muscle in my body is screaming? Hell no. But that's where you find out who you are. That's where you build a mind so tough, nothing can crack it. And I'm telling you right now, if you want to be great, you have to become a savage. A savage doesn't wait for the sun to shine. A savage doesn't care if it's raining, snowing, or burning hot. A savage works no matter what. No.
There's a storm inside every person. Most people keep it quiet, they hide it, they let it fade. But you know it's there. And one day, when the world doubts you, when they count you out, when they expect you to quit, that's the day you let it out. Work hard in silence until the silence shakes the earth beneath their feet.
When you think you've given everything, you haven't. There's always more. You've got another rep, another lap, another hour. But here's the truth. No one is coming to tell you to do it. No coach, no mentor, no friend. It's you versus you. And the weaker version of yourself is whispering, "It's enough." You have to be louder than that voice. You have to command yourself, get upper and go.
Every win I've ever had started in the dark. No crowd, no spotlight, no applause. When you're alone in that grind, you have to imagine the victory before it exists. You have to see it so clearly in your head that reality has no choice but to catch up. That's the difference between the dreamers and the doers. Dreamers wait for it to happen. Doers make it happen. And they do it so hard, the world can't ignore them.
When you work in silence, something magical happens. The noise disappears. The distractions vanish. It's just you and the work. That's when you build focus, and focus beats talent every time. I've seen talented people lose to the man who simply refuses to stop. You want to be unstoppable? Don't stop, ever.
I didn't care if it was Christmas. I didn't care if it was my birthday. The ball, the gym, the work, that was my gift to myself. Because when the lights came on and the cameras rolled, that was just the world watching me unwrap the results of thousands of silent hours.
Most people quit at 40% of what they're capable of. 40%. That means every time your body says, "I'm done," you've still got more than half left in the tank. You want to be a beast? Stop living at 40. Push until your mind breaks, and then rebuild it stronger.
History doesn't remember the noise. It remembers the impact, the greatest revolutions, the biggest comebacks, the strongest legacies. They were all forged away from the spotlight, because in the silence, you can hear the sound of your future calling.
I've never been the smartest, I've never been the most talented, but you will not outwork me. Not today, not tomorrow, not ever. You can beat me at skill for a moment, but while you're sleeping, I'm working. While you're relaxing, I'm building. While you're talking, I'm doing. And one day, when it all comes together, you'll wonder how I passed you. I'll tell you how. I never stopped. I never slowed down. I just kept moving in silence.
This is your moment, not tomorrow, not when you feel ready. Now! Work so hard. They whisper your name in rooms you've never entered. Work so hard, your results become undeniable. Work so hard, your silence becomes the loudest roar they've ever heard. Now go, and don't come back until you've built the life they said you could never have.